SWOT. S stands for strength, W stands for weaknesses, O stands for opportunities, and T stands for threats.
What is correctional institution for women? A correctional institution for women in the Philippines is a facility designed to house and rehabilitate women who have been convicted of crimes and sentenced to serve time in prison. The primary purpose of these institutions is to provide safe and secure housing for women inmates while also providing opportunities for rehabilitation, education, and vocational training. One of the primary correctional institutions for women in the Philippines is the Correctional Institution for Women, or CIW, which is located in Mandaluyong City, Metro Manila. The CIW is the only facility in the Philippines that is exclusively for women inmates. It was established in 1932 and was a capacity of around 2,000 inmates. As of 2021, the population of CIW is around 3,000 inmates, which is significantly higher than its capacity. Overcrowding is a major issue at the institutions and has led to a variety of challenges related to safety, health, and access to services. The Philippine government has acknowledged the need to address the issue of overcrowding and has implemented various measures to reduce the number of inmates, including the passage of Good Conduct Time Allowance law, which allows for the early release of qualified inmates. However, more work is needed to address the underlying issues that contribute to the high population of women inmates in the Philippines.
My topic is all about strength. Strength for correctional institution for women. The first is gender-specific programming. Many correctional institutions for women offer gender-specific programming that takes into account the unique needs and experience for women inmates. These can include programs focused on trauma recovery, parental skills, and other areas that are particularly relevant to women. The next is supportive community. Many women inmates in correctional institutions form supportive communities that can provide a sense of belonging and connection. These communities can help to reduce feeling of isolation and depression, which can improve mental health outcomes. Access to basic necessities. Correctional institutions for women in the Philippines generally provide access to basic necessities like food, shelter, and medical care, which can help to improve the health and well-being of women inmates. The next is opportunities for personal growth. Many correctional institutions for women provide opportunities for personal growth and development, such as educational and vocational programs. This program can help women inmates gain new skills and improve their chance of finding employment upon release. The next is re-entry support. Some correctional institutions for women provide re-entry support to help women successfully reintegrate into society upon release. This can include job, placement, assistance, transitional houses, and other supportive service. Overall, the strength of correctional institutions for women highlight the potential for this institution to provide supportive and rehabilitative environment for women inmates by focusing on gender-specific programming and providing opportunities for personal growth and development correction. Institutions can help women inmates improve their chance of successfully integrating into society upon release.
There are several weaknesses of correctional institutions for women in the Philippines, including overcrowding, lack of proper health care, limited access for education and vocational training, insufficient staff resources, and limited re-entry support. First, let's talk about overcrowding. Many correctional institutions for women in the Philippines are overcrowded, which can lead to a variety of issues, including lack of privacy, increased tension and violence, and difficulties in providing adequate healthcare and other services. Next is the lack of proper healthcare. Many women inmates in the Philippines do not have access to proper healthcare services, including mental health care and substance abuse treatment. This can lead to worsening of existing conditions as well as an increased risk of self-harm and suicide. Next is limited access to education and vocational training. Many correctional institutions for women in the Philippines do not offer educational or vocational program, which can limit the ability of women to gain new skills and improve their chance of finding employment upon release. Next is insufficient staff and resources. Many correctional institutions for women in the Philippines suffer from a lack of staff and resources, which can make it difficult to provide adequate care and service to inmates. This can lead to issues with safety and security, as well as difficulties in maintaining order and preventing violence. Last is limited re-entry support. Many women inmates in the Philippines do not have access to support services to help them successfully reintegrate into society upon release. This can make it difficult for them to find employment, housing, and other basic necessities that can increase the risk of recidivism. Overall, the weaknesses of correctional institutions for women in the Philippines highlights the need for increased resources and support to help improve the conditions and outcomes for women inmates. This includes improving access to healthcare, education, and vocational training, as well as providing more robust and re-entry support to help women successfully transition back into their communities.
So my topic for today is opportunities for CIW. First opportunity is educational and vocational training. Many correctional institutions offer educational and vocational programs that can help women inmates gain new skills and improve their chance of finding employment upon release. This program can include classes in basic literacy, computer skills, job training, and other valuable skills. Second is mental health care. Correctional institutions can provide access to mental health care for women inmates who may have struggled with mental health issues prior to incarceration or who may have developed mental health issues as a result of incarceration. This can include counseling therapy and medication management. The third is substance abuse. Substance abuse treatment. Many women inmates struggle with substance abuse issues and correctional institutions can provide access to substance abuse treatment programs to help them overcome their addiction. Fourth is parenting classes. Many women inmates are mothers. Correctional institutions can offer parenting classes to help them develop the skills they need to effectively parent and maintain a positive relationship with their children. The fifth is re-entry program. Correctional institutions can offer re-entry programs to help women inmates successfully reintegrate into society upon release. These programs can include job placement assistance, transnational housing, and other support service to help women make a successful transition back to their communities. By providing these opportunities, correctional institutions can help women inmates improve their lives and increase their chance of successfully reintegrating into society upon release. This program can help reduce recidivism rates and ultimately lead to safer communities.
Treats in correctional institution for women. Physical violence. Women inmates are vulnerable to physical violence from other inmates and even staff members. This can include assault, sexual harassment, and rape. Mental health. Many women inmates have a history of mental illness and the stress and isolation of being in correctional institution can exacerbate this condition. Lack of proper mental health care can lead to self-harm and suicide. Substance abuse. is a common problem among women inmates, and the lack of proper treatment can exacerbate the issue. Substance abuse can lead to physical and mental health problems as well as increase the risk of violence.
Overcrowding in correctional institutions can lead to increased tension among inmates and make it more difficult for the staff to maintain orders. This can lead to an increased risk of violence and other safety concerns. Lack of rehabilitation. Many women inmates do not have access to the resources and programs they need to successfully reintegrate into society upon release. This can lead to a high rate of recidivism and a return to the criminal behavior. In order to address this threat, it is important for correctional institutions to prioritize the safety and well-being of women inmates. This includes providing access to mental health care, substance abuse treatment, and educational and vocational programs. It is also important to ensure the staff of members are properly trained to prevent and respond to incidents of violence and abuse. By addressing these issues, correctional institutions can help to create a safer and more rehabilitative environment for women inmates.